Gentlemen, my name is Tom Ulmer. I am the principal owner of Pastime Place, which we all know the farmers market was held. April 1st, I received a letter from the tax assessor's office that I had no farmland activity this past year on the entire tract. I came down to the assessor's office and I was told that it was out of their hands. I was to attain an attorney and meet them at Cape May Courthouse. I did as they asked. There was nothing more to be said. I hired my attorney. It was then understood that, yes, you did do your farmland duty, but we feel the area that the farmers market was on, she felt that I did not cut and bale my crop. This was in November 1st. I can't confront her like, yes, we did, or no, we didn't.
If I may, I understand the background on it. I have talked to the assessor, but you have a right to appeal that to the county tax. You have a right to appeal her decision to the county tax board. The assessor has informed me that her hands were tied based upon the use of the property and state statute and state case law under it. You have a right to, with your attorney, to make an appeal just like anybody else would if they were denied an exemption. If the property is not farmed, according to what the assessor's requirements are in terms of allowing the reduction in taxes for farmland, it has to be farmed. And there was significant proof in front of her that that area was not farmed. It was used for the market.
She reversed that.
She reversed it for this next coming year, but for last year she didn't. She reversed it for the last year. You have the right to appeal that. You'll get a notice from the county that you have a right to appeal last year's determination.
No, she did reverse it for this year.
I'm telling you what she told me, that she reversed it for this year. She reversed it. It's a rollback. So it was last year, you didn't get it. This year you will because you're going to farm it.
Just, Jane, I farmed Mr. Ulmer's property about 2 years ago, so I think I need to recuse myself because I might be called as a witness.
Yes.
So I'm going to step out on this one.
Yes.
Dan, just for clarification, they're saying since the farm market was in that area that he couldn't farm it?
He didn't farm. He didn't farm that section.
But he's there.
And according to the tax assessor, her determination was made. I wasn't involved in the initial determination, but her determination of the statute, your hands are tied. If you don't farm, it doesn't matter how much the entire area makes. There is an income limit for farms that you have to go above, but it doesn't matter if it's not farmed. And the case is pretty clear.
But if his property was farmed prior and post,
Before and after.
does it say when it has to be done all the time?
That is all determination that would have to be made on appeal. The bottom line is during the growing season, she had enough proof. I don't know the specifics of it because I did not go into that kind of detail, but she had enough proof that it was not farmed.
I guess what I'm looking at is, if it's a hay farm, you have 2 to 3 cuttings you get. You get your spring, you get like one about a month later. So it was all been done prior to.
Those are facts I don't know. That's why he has a right to appeal it if he doesn't agree with the rollback.
Is this the proper
And
form?
my understanding is this was all explained to his attorney, and his attorney understood it and was not going to appeal the rollback. Mainly because she had the right to require 3 years before you can apply again for farming. But apparently she gave you this year. She didn't make you wait 3 years. She gave, if you farm it this year, you're fine.
There's a lot of concession.
All right.
My argument is this.
But you're in the wrong form. The right form is the county tax board. They can't tell the tax assessor how to make a decision. They're not allowed. The tax assessor's supervisor is the county tax administrator. So you appeal to the county tax board. They don't have the authority to go in and tell our assessor, I'm sorry, you have to change your decision.
Mr. Young, I understand that. If I can just give me another minute here. If my tenant did not cut and bale that section, the question then arises, who did?
The township did.
Thank
You
you.
know that.
We know that.
The township.
So the township went into my property without permission.
I don't know that.
Oh, I'm telling you, I have no permission. No one's given, to cut my inventory, my crop, and then I'm going to be attacked as a property owner, and I know nothing? Are we kidding?
Paul, do you have a response to that?
My understanding was that when we started the market, he got his cuttings of hay prior to us starting up the market, and we operated the market during the summer season, after he had made his cuttings of hay.
Exactly. So what makes this year any different than any other year for the last 30 years?
I was told the township mowed by the assessor.
During the summer, not after he'd already gotten his
Well,
cutting.
then you should appeal the rollback and have those facts before the county tax board. Unfortunately, this township committee does not have the authority. Think about it. If they had the authority to go and tell the assessor, it would become very political, or it could become very political. I want Joe Smith to get a tax break, but I don't want Tom Jones to get one. So they have no authority under state law to tell the tax assessor how to make a decision. Her boss is the county tax board administrator.
Well, the fact remains that I was told that there was absolutely no farmland duty, no farmland activity on this tract at all. I can tell you, it was cut, it was baled, and at that point, if you can go into Google Earth and look at time frames of that farm, and you can find this very easily, we, as Curtis would recognize, because the crop itself is inferior. I understand that, but if I can just have my minute apiece. That we totally eradicated the crop and put in an entire new seeding.
Tom, if I could, these are all valid points that can be made on an appeal. I don't know whether the assessor is aware that the assessor's got to explain herself on what she did and why she did it. There are times when we go to tax appeals and we find out mistakes were made on the assessment side and they get corrected. That's why we have a system to do that.
But Dan, the point remains, there's no farmland activity at all. Then we're reaching for straws. You can't have it both ways. You got a little parcel here where, well, now I feel, you've watched it all summer long and you've seen nothing, and now we know that we are out there all summer long. We have a little parcel here that benefited the community greatly, because this was the biggest benefit to the township that this township's probably ever had, this farmland, this market. And I'm going to tell you, McDonald's, Dino's, and Acme all profited hugely by this. And I felt as a participant, as a business person in this community, I would not deny this activity because we need all the help we can get. We hired a business administrator. Well, damn it, we had it all right here. It was the beginning of something big. And for a stupid 2 acres of real estate that nobody cares about, whether it was or what it wasn't, don't tell me about it in November. I'm being held as a scapegoat, and I don't like it. Thank you for your time.